everybody. So I am just want to update all of you guys. I don't even know who all of you guys is. That's probably just me. But I just kind of want to document what I'm going through right now. Just because for me, I've been kind of trying to research people going through the same thing as me. And it's kind of hard to find. So if for some reason somebody wants to watch this and know that there's somebody else out there, then that's why I'm doing this. Anyway, so I am 8 weeks pregnant today. And so first I'll tell you a little bit of back history about myself. I got married at 24? Had my first baby at 25. We were like, let's just see what happens. And I basically had a honeymoon baby. He is currently almost 5 years old. I then had another baby in 2014, 2016. Yes, 2016. I have 2 sons. We tried a little bit harder for. It took about 6 months to conceive. And as you can tell, we have had a little bit more of a hard time trying for number 3. So my 3rd pregnancy, I actually miscarried when I was about in between 7 and 8 weeks. And we had been trying for, November, I had my IUD removed. So what is that? November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 10 months we had been trying for that baby. So when I lost that baby, I was just devastated and so happy to be put on. I guess they diagnosed me with low progesterone from that, and so I was put on Femara or letrozole, and I had 2 cycles. Actually, I guess I had a cycle after the miscarriage. I waited a cycle before we started trying again, as per the doctor's suggestion. And then I took two rounds of Femara before getting pregnant. I was at my wit's end when this was in December. They told me I was waiting for the results from some blood work, and they told me I did not ovulate. So I was super upset based on my progesterone levels. Because they were saying we're going to have to refer you to a fertility clinic, or maybe we could try 1 round of Clomid, but there's really nothing we can do at this point for you. You just are having too hard of a time. So that was on a Monday that I was told that. And the Sunday before, I had taken a pregnancy test. I knew it was probably too early, but it was super negative. And so they told me I didn't ovulate, and they were like, well, why don't you, they're like, take a pregnancy test. You're going to start your period in a few days probably. Take a pregnancy test just in case, even though it will probably be negative. And I had known the day before it was negative. I was so annoyed that I was peeing on another test, even though I knew it was going to be negative, and it was positive. I was so happy. Literally 5 minutes later, I called them back and I was like, well, I did ovulate because I'm pregnant. So fast forward to 6 weeks and 2 days pregnant, I had my first ultrasound, and they didn't see much. There was a they told me a yolk sac and a fetal pole, but no heartbeat. So they said come back in a week. They took my HCG, everything was on track, everything was fine. So I go back in at 7 weeks and 2 days, and they told me everything looked the same. So they diagnosed me with a imminent miscarriage, with just a yolk sac and fetal pole, no heartbeat, no progress in that week of time. And so I have been waiting for 1 more week. So I'll go in 2 days, and at 8 weeks and 2 days, and have one final ultrasound before I go in for a D&C. They gave me 3 options. Wait it out for you to miscarry on your own. There's a good chance you could bleed so bad you have to come in for an emergency D&C. The other option is taking a medication to induce the miscarriage, but the same thing could happen, meaning I could bleed so bad I have to come in for a emergency D&C as well, or I can just schedule a D&C. So we've kind of gone with that option. However, the nurse called me yesterday at 7 and 6, I guess, and told me that my HCG is super high. Like, I've been so sick this pregnancy. There's absolutely nothing to suggest I'm not cramping, I'm not bleeding. So I have this, now I'm gonna cry. I thought it wasn't gonna. This hope that they're wrong, but I'm sure they're not wrong. I'm sure I am. So I'm going in 2 days, and I think that will make me feel a little bit better about having a D&C, if there's no progress within 3 weeks time. But like I said, my HCG is totally where it should be, rising. They told me that the cause of that is probably because my placenta is still functioning, but the baby's just not growing. I'm, like I said, praying for a little bit of a miracle. And wondering if there's anybody who's had the same experience. Usually people go in and they don't see anything because they have been wrong on their dates. They ovulated late. And so then they go in a week later or whatever, 10 days later, a couple weeks later, and then there is progress. And so I think that the fact that I have had one ultrasound to the next, my phone, is the sign that I'm miscarrying. It's called a missed miscarriage, meaning there's no cramping, no bleeding, no nothing to suggest that I'm miscarrying. If there is anybody that has gone through this, if you could comment on this, that would be really appreciated, and I will post another video after Thursday and update you guys. But like I said, I'm sure the miscarriage is imminent, right? But there is this small bit of hope within me. So yeah, there is my spiel. We will see.